Have you ever wondered if women really fall for the bad boys, the outlaws, the drug users? A provocative question that challenges our understanding of attraction. Today, we dive into an anonymous tale that might just shake up your beliefs. It's about a man, a good student with good looks, who claims that his life took a peculiar turn after an unjust imprisonment. Suddenly, he became the center of attention for the college elite. So, is this story true or false? Are women really attracted to bad boys, or is it all just a tall tale? Let's dive into this intriguing story of an innocent man turned campus heartthrob. So, there was this guy, a stellar student at a high-end university in Sao Paulo. Good-looking, smart, and yet he was a ghost to the women on campus. They just didn't notice him. But as fate would have it, a twist of events led him from being a model student to a perceived outlaw. Here's how it all went down. He was studying civil engineering and happened to know a fellow student pursuing chemical engineering. Sounds like the onset of a Breaking Bad episode, right? Anyway, one day he offered this chemist a ride home as they lived nearby. Now, the chemist had a backpack with him, which turned out to be a Pandora's box. On their way, they were stopped by the police for a routine check. The officer asked to inspect the chemist's backpack, and lo and behold, it was filled with bags of synthetic drugs, LSD, and MDMA. Our protagonist, the civil engineer, was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was arrested on the spot for a crime he didn't commit. His only mistake was offering his colleague a lift. Following his arrest, he lost his job but managed to retain his place at the university thanks to a lawyer who believed in his innocence. Now, here's where the story takes a surprising turn. Upon returning to campus, he found himself in the limelight. The men were terrified of him, assuming he was a drug dealer. But the women, they were intrigued. They started striking up conversations with him, flirting, and showing interest. Before his arrest, he had only dated one woman from the university. But after his return, he was linked with 8 different women, 2 of whom were considered the most attractive on campus. One was even an heiress. And here's the plot twist. His arrest made him a magnet for women. Can you believe that? However, there are some details in this story that raise eyebrows. For instance, the use of the term heir is a bit peculiar. Is it a common term in your everyday vocabulary? It seems a tad dramatic, doesn't it? And then there's the timely exit of his friend to Australia. A convenient disappearance, don't you think? It's as if our main character has inherited the role of the bad boy, the supposed drug dealer. An interesting plot twist indeed. These suspicious elements make me question the credibility of this story. Could it be a tall tale, a fanfic, spun for attention or to make a point? Or is it a harsh reality, a reflection of the magnetic pull of the bad boy image? It's a fine line between fiction and reality, isn't it? So is this story a fanfic or a harsh reality? Regardless of the truth of this story, it brings us to an interesting conclusion. Our anonymous man suggests that in the modern world, a man needs to differentiate himself from the herd to attract women. This differentiation doesn't necessarily need to be positive or negative. It's about standing out, being noticed, and capturing attention. In this case, he unintentionally became a figure of intrigue and mystery, a bad boy wrapped in an enigma. This sudden shift in his identity, fair or not, made him stand out from the crowd. And it seems that this difference was what attracted women to him. But let's also talk about the role of popularity. It's a fascinating concept. Being sought after by others can make you more attractive to the rest. It's a social proof of sorts, with people often wanting what others have or desire. This man, once unnoticed, became the center of attention and his popularity skyrocketed. But does this mean being a bad boy is the key? Not necessarily. It's not about being bad or good. It's about being different, about having a unique story to tell. It's about capturing interest and curiosity, about being unforgettable in a sea of forgettable faces. So, is being a bad boy the key to attraction, or is it all about being different? The jury's still out on that one.